Welcome back to my channel. Today we will learn about the issue that has shaken the very core of the Forrester family in CBS's The Bold and the Beautiful. This time, the drama is centered around Ridge, Taylor, Brooke, and the endless tug-of-war between past and present love. After years of romantic chaos, emotional manipulation, and relentless pressure, Ridge finally takes a stand, and what follows is a chain of events that will define the future of all three characters. Ridge Forrester has been exhausted, tired of being pulled in every direction, tired of being told what he should feel, and who he should love. For years, Eric, his father, has pushed the narrative that Ridge belongs with Brooke. Eric's belief that Ridge and Brooke are soulmates has fueled countless arguments and emotional confrontations. But Ridge knows where his heart is now. It's not with Brooke, it's with Taylor. The pressure from Eric has only intensified in recent months. And to make matters worse, Brooke herself has continued to pursue Ridge, using charm, nostalgia, and emotional appeals to try to reignite their past. Ridge, feeling suffocated by the constant interference in his personal life, makes a bold and irreversible decision. He proposes to Taylor. The proposal is sudden but heartfelt. Ridge doesn't want to wait. He wants to start a life with Taylor, free from the past, free from expectations, and free from Brooke. Taylor is overwhelmed with emotion. She says yes without hesitation. This is the moment she's waited for, and it feels real this time, pure, untainted, and full of promise. They begin planning the wedding immediately, aiming for a simple yet beautiful ceremony to take place within weeks. News of the engagement spreads fast, and when Brooke hears about it, she is devastated. Shocked that Ridge moved so quickly, she cannot believe he would choose Taylor so definitively. Brooke is not just heartbroken, she's determined. She refuses to let Taylor win, and she begins digging into Taylor's past, desperate to find something that will expose her as unworthy of Ridge's love. It doesn't take long before Brooke uncovers something. During Taylor's time working in South Africa as a medical volunteer, she formed a romantic relationship with a fellow doctor named Brooke. According to what Brooke discovers, Taylor and Brooke were very serious. And more importantly, they never formally ended their relationship. Even now, Taylor and Brooke have remained in contact through private messages and calls. Brooke gathers all the evidence she can, screenshots of messages, phone logs, old photos, and social media trails. She compiles it all into a folder and waits for the right moment to strike. That moment, she decides, will be the wedding day itself. The day of the wedding arrives. Guests gather in a beautiful outdoor setting. The atmosphere is filled with joy, hope, and a sense of new beginnings. Taylor is radiant in her gown. Ridge appears calm, confident, and resolved. The ceremony is minutes from beginning when Brooke makes her entrance. Heads turn as Brooke walks through the venue. Her appearance is unexpected and unwelcome. Gasps echo through the crowd. Taylor's face tightens. Ridge narrows his eyes, immediately on edge. Brooke walks directly toward them, holding the folder. "I'm sorry," she announces, "but this wedding cannot go forward until everyone knows the truth." The crowd murmurs. Brooke opens the folder and begins distributing copies of the evidence to key guests, Steffie, Thomas, Eric, and finally, Ridge. She steps back and waits for the fallout. But what Brooke doesn't know is that Taylor has already confessed everything to Ridge. Days earlier, she told him about Brooke. She admitted that they had once shared something meaningful, but that it was over now. She explained that the lingering contact had nothing to do with romance. It was more about closure and mutual respect. She wanted Ridge to hear the truth from her, not from anyone else. So when Ridge flips through the documents, his face remains still. There is no shock. No betrayal. No anger. Just disappointment, at Brooke. Ridge turns to Brooke and speaks firmly. You didn't come here to protect me. You came here to humiliate Taylor. And for what? You think this would win me back? Brooke tries to explain. She lied to you, Ridge. She was still involved with another man. You deserve to know the truth before you marry someone who, I already know. Ridge cuts her off. Taylor told me everything. You're too late. The silence is deafening. Everyone waits for Ridge's next move. He looks Brooke in the eyes, someone he once loved, someone he once shared a life with, and says, you need to leave. Right now. Brooke's face crumbles. She looks around, realizing no one is coming to her defense. Even Eric, who once championed her so fiercely, remains seated, quiet and stunned. Brooke drops the folder and rushes out, tears streaming down her face. Her world, for the first time, truly feels like it's falling apart. Outside, Brooke sobs uncontrollably. She believed Ridge would see the truth, that he would change his mind. But instead, she has lost him, completely. Back inside, the ceremony continues. Ridge turns to Taylor and takes her hands in his. I love you, he says. No more lies. No more ghosts. Just us. Taylor nods, overwhelmed with emotion. The ceremony proceeds, and Ridge and Taylor are finally married, surrounded by those who now understand the strength of their bond. In the days that follow, Brooke isolates herself. She doesn't return calls, avoids public appearances, and retreats from the world. She feels humiliated, betrayed by her own emotions, and abandoned by the man she believed would always come back to her. Hope visits her mother, offering comfort but also a gentle challenge. You have to stop living in the past, Hope says. You can't force people to love you. You deserve someone who chooses you, completely. Brooke hears the words, but they are hard to accept. Meanwhile, Ridge and Taylor begin their new life together. It's not without its complications. Ridge must still navigate his relationship with his father, who disapproves of the marriage. Eric remains convinced that Ridge has made a mistake. But Ridge doesn't waver. He loves Taylor, and for the first time in years, he feels at peace. Taylor, too, feels a quiet strength. She knows her marriage isn't perfect, and that Brooke will always be a part of Ridge's past. But she believes in the present they've built together, and in the future they are creating. As for Brooke, her journey is just beginning. She's faced with the reality that her tactics have not only failed, but they've cost her Ridge's trust. Whether she finds redemption, peace, or new love remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, in The Bold and the Beautiful, no moment is without consequence, and no character escapes the shadows of their past for long. Next, we will dive deep into the heart-wrenching drama unfolding on The Bold and the Beautiful as Liam Spencer faces a life-altering crisis that threatens to shake the very foundation of his world. Buckle up for an emotional roller coaster as we explore Liam's battle with a fatal diagnosis, his decision to keep it a secret, and the eerie parallels to past storylines that have fans buzzing with mixed emotions. With layers of new details, deeper insights, and a touch of speculation, let's unpack this gripping tale of mortality, secrecy, and the quest for meaningful final moments. Liam's shocking health crisis, a battle in silence. Liam Spencer, a character long defined by his romantic entanglements and family loyalties, now finds himself grappling with something far more profound: a fatal brain tumor. The journey began subtly, with Liam experiencing alarming episodes of fainting, not once but twice, accompanied by a terrifying brain bleed. These incidents could have been a wake-up call to seek support from his loved ones, but instead, Liam chose a solitary path. He confided only in Steffie Forrester Finnegan and her husband, John Finn Finnegan, and even that was more by accident than design. Steffie stumbled upon him in a vulnerable moment. Now, armed with the devastating knowledge of his terminal condition, Liam has made a gut-wrenching decision: no one else can know. Not his other ex-wife, Hope Logan, not his father, Bill Spencer, nor his brothers. He refuses to let this shadow fall over their lives, opting instead to shield them from the pain while he wrestles with his dwindling time. Imagine the weight of such a secret: every forced smile, every casual conversation hiding the ticking clock in his mind. Will this stoic resolve hold, or will the cracks begin to show as his health deteriorates? A noble yet heartbreaking choice, living fully in secret. Liam's determination to keep his diagnosis under wraps stems from a deep desire not to burden those he loves. He yearns to make the most of whatever time he has left, to savor life's fleeting joys without the cloud of pity or sorrow hanging over him. Picture Liam walking through Forrester Creations, engaging in light-hearted banter with colleagues, all while knowing each moment could be among his last. Perhaps he's planning quiet, meaningful outings, maybe a secret trip to a favorite childhood spot or a spontaneous adventure to create memories no one else will ever fully understand. But this choice raises a poignant question: is he truly living fully by shutting out those who care about him most? By denying his family the chance to support him, is Liam inadvertently robbing himself of the comfort and love he might need in his final days? There's a tragic beauty in his intent, but also an aching loneliness that permeates his every step. Echoes of Eric Forrester, a familiar tale resurfaces. For longtime fans of the bold and the beautiful, Liam's storyline might strike a chord of déjà vu. Just over a year ago, we watched Eric Forrester navigate a similarly shrouded health crisis, a mysterious illness marked by violent coughing fits and bloody episodes. Eric, too, chose secrecy, confiding only in Donna Logan while insisting no one else could know. He couldn't bear the thought of his family's pity or concern dimming his final days. Sound familiar? Yet, as secrets often do in the soap world, Eric's truth unraveled when R.J. Forrester discovered the reality and couldn't keep it to himself. Soon, Brooke Logan, Ridge Forrester, Steffie, and others were in on the secret, all while delicately pretending ignorance to honor Eric's wish for a grand fashion showdown and a celebratory soiree. It was a storyline filled with tension, heartbreak, and ultimately a miracle cure orchestrated by Bridget Forrester and Finn. Now, as Liam treads a parallel path, fans can't help but wonder if history will repeat itself. Will Liam's secret spill out in a similar cascade of whispers and revelations? Or will his story take a darker, more solitary turn? Liam's last stand, what will define his final chapter? As we ponder Liam's future, speculation runs rampant about what his last stand might look like. Eric's farewell was marked by a lavish event, a celebration of his legacy in the fashion world. Could Liam envision something equally grand, perhaps a gathering that brings together all the fragments of his complicated life? Maybe he'll orchestrate a poignant family reunion under the guise of a casual get-together, secretly intending it as his goodbye. Alternatively, his focus might shift to his children. Will he finally open up to Hope Logan about their daughter, Beth, ensuring he spends precious moments with her and his other child, Kelly, alongside Steffie? The thought of Liam quietly crafting memories with his daughters, perhaps teaching them small life lessons or simply sharing laughter on a sunny afternoon, adds a tender layer to this somber arc. Yet, there's always the looming possibility of a medical miracle. If the past is any indication, Finn and Bridget might once again emerge as saviors, racing against time to find a groundbreaking treatment. But even if a cure awaits, the emotional scars of this journey will undoubtedly linger. A question of originality: why rehash the same story? One cannot ignore the elephant in the room. Why is The Bold and the Beautiful revisiting a plot so strikingly similar to Eric's just a couple of years later? After nearly 4 decades on air, crafting fresh narratives must be a daunting task for the writers. Yet, recycling a storyline about a secret terminal illness feels like a missed opportunity to explore new emotional terrain. Fans have taken to social media to express their frustration, noting that while the actors' performances remain captivating, the repetition risks dulling the show's edge. Imagine if, instead, Liam's health crisis unfolded in a completely different context, perhaps tied to a long-buried family secret or a groundbreaking corporate scandal at Spencer Publications. Spacing out identical themes by several years could preserve the impact of such powerful arcs. As it stands, this decision feels like a creative misstep, and there's a palpable concern that viewer fatigue could eventually reflect in the ratings. The soap opera world thrives on innovation, and while Liam's story still holds emotional weight, a bolder divergence might have elevated it further. As Liam Spencer walks this lonely road, The Bold and the Beautiful reminds us of the fragile beauty of life and the complex ways we choose to protect those we love. His battle with a fatal brain tumor, hidden from all but a select few, sets the stage for heartbreak, revelation, and perhaps even redemption. Will he find the courage to share his truth, or will he carry it to the end? Will the echoes of Eric Forrester's journey lead to a familiar happy ending, or will Liam's story carve a unique, bittersweet path? Whatever lies ahead, one thing is certain. This arc will test the bonds of family, challenge the limits of secrecy, and leave an indelible mark on the canvas of this beloved show. Next, we will uncover the latest whirlwind of drama surrounding Liam Spencer on The Bold and the Beautiful as he seemingly shifts his life in a surprising new direction. Rumors are swirling about Liam moving in with Steffie Forrester and Finn, leaving behind a trail of confusion and concern for Hope Logan and their daughter, Beth Spencer. With secrets piling up, tensions rising between old rivals, and Liam's mysterious behavior taking center stage, there's much to unpack. Join us as we dive deeper into this tangled web of relationships, hidden truths, and emotional stakes, adding fresh details and intriguing possibilities to the storyline. Liam's unexpected move, a new home with Steffie and Finn. In a shocking turn of events, The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers hint that Liam Spencer might be packing his bags to move in with Steffie Forrester and her husband, John Finn Finnegan. This unexpected living arrangement has raised eyebrows across Los Angeles, especially since Liam has kept this development tightly under wraps. While he's been spending ample time bonding with his daughter Kelly Spencer, who lives with Steffie, this move seems to signal a deeper shift in his priorities. Picture Liam settling into Steffie's luxurious cliffside home, sharing morning coffee with Finn while Kelly bounces around excitedly, perhaps a temporary escape from his troubles. But what prompted this drastic change? Is it merely convenience, or is there a larger, unspoken reason behind his decision to nestle into Steffie's world? Whatever the motive, this new chapter is already stirring waves, particularly for those left out of the loop. Beth left behind, a father's absence weighs heavy. While Liam appears to be forging stronger ties with Kelly, his other daughter, Beth Spencer, seems to be fading into the background. Hope Logan, Beth's mother and Liam's ex-wife, has been left in the dark, with no word from Liam for days on end. Imagine Hope pacing her living room, phone in hand, waiting for a text or call that never comes, while Beth innocently asks when she'll see her daddy again. Liam's designated days to spend with Beth have come and gone, yet he's been mysteriously absent, leaving a void in the little girl's life. Sources close to the family suggest Hope's worry is mounting with each passing hour. Is Liam okay? Has something happened? The lack of communication paints a troubling picture, and Beth's longing for her father's presence adds a heartbreaking layer to this unfolding saga. Will Liam realize the imbalance he's creating, or will Beth continue to feel like an afterthought? Hope's growing concern, discovering Liam's new reality. Hope's anxiety is set to reach new heights when she finally uncovers the truth about Liam's new living arrangements. Learning that he's moved in with Steffie and Finn will undoubtedly strike a nerve, especially given the rocky history between Hope and Steffie. Visualize the moment Hope hears the news, perhaps through a casual remark from a mutual acquaintance at Forrester Creations, her expression shifting from confusion to dismay. How could Liam make such a life-altering decision without even a heads-up? Her concern isn't just for herself but for Beth, who deserves equal access to her father. Hope might start questioning whether she's comfortable with Beth spending time at Steffie's home to see Liam, given the lingering bitterness from past conflicts. After all, Steffie's recent maneuvers, including her role in complicating Hope's romantic ties with Carter Walton, have left a bitter taste. Will old wounds resurface, turning this situation into a full-blown feud over parental rights? Steffie's control, gatekeeper of Liam's world. As Liam settles into Steffie's orbit, it's becoming clear that Steffie might hold the reins on who gets access to him. Spoilers suggest she could play the role of gatekeeper, subtly or not so subtly influencing who can visit or connect with Liam during this time. Picture Steffie answering the door with a polite but firm smile, deciding on a whim whether Hope is welcome to step inside. Given their storied rivalry, it's no stretch to imagine Steffie using this opportunity to assert dominance, especially over Hope. This dynamic could create a rift, with Hope feeling sidelined and powerless to maintain her daughter's bond with Liam. What's more, Steffie's protective stance might stem from genuine concern for Liam's well-being, or is it a chance to flex her influence? Either way, this power play adds a spicy twist to an already complicated situation, leaving fans to wonder if Hope will push back or find a diplomatic way to navigate this hurdle. Liam's confusing signals, a push toward Carter Walton. Adding to the puzzle of Liam's behavior is his sudden shift in attitude toward Hope's love life. Not long ago, he was actively trying to rekindle their romance, whispering sweet promises of a future together. Yet, in a bewildering about-face, Liam now seems to be nudging Hope toward Carter Walton, the man who recently captured her heart before complications arose. Imagine Hope's bewilderment as Liam casually suggests she give Carter another shot during a rare, tense phone call. What's behind this change of heart? Is Liam genuinely wishing her well, or is this a calculated move to distance himself emotionally? Hope, who had held on to a flicker of hope for reconciliation, now finds herself reeling from this unexpected pivot. The emotional whiplash is palpable, and it's clear Liam isn't acting like the man she's known for years. Could there be an unseen force driving his actions, something Hope and even the audience has yet to uncover?